for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass with a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready, come 19, 60 by 18, Pioneers, trap 60, ready.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd and 5. This pass out wide to Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Warriors 70, ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
19 Lions, Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Hall. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On the set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
He'll look to throw. Now he'll take this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here we go. 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. Think like he can win every battle.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 35-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Jets 3. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Broncos. Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to move back in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Dolphins 7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved to a combined 33 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run on first down with Wright.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. The 2 is going to change things up. And they'll go right back to Wright.
It's a 4-yard pickup there. It leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
From the gun, it's Tua.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochan.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Big team!
Now Ochan on 1st and 10.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Second down and a yard.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Elijah Higgins,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here we go. Set. Dragon 6. Cougar 19. Set.
2nd and 14. Now he's going to step up and run.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on it, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll pitch it out to Achane. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll run. Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll go. Achane. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Get it. Cowboy 80. Go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Jets have yet again retaken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, That's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Check mash, check mash. Ready, ready, ready.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Airing this one out for Evans. And it's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
First down, Miami.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Tua. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Second and 10.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines.
And this is going to be intercepted. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Here's Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's
Deputy
good for a Jets.
19.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Come on. 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
70 Rangers.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 50-yard line.
Back to 60.
Running left, it's home. And
they'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 70, Cup 70 Lions.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got Smith here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
2 yards to go, second down.
19, Pioneer. Dragon, 70 Timberwolf. Buffalo 18, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70, 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11.
He'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Wide open receiver complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Looking to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think
it's caught inside the 25. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
They're on the 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
My man. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll set up to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
At the 43-yard line.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready. 60 by Panther 11. Panther 11. Hey, I got him, man.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go down at the 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. In motion right is Evans. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 60. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Ready? Corey, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty
and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. And now an audible here into something else.
At the 45-yard line.
Check smash, check smash. 19 sight, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
2nd and 5. This is Smith with a grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He loses the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that football. But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
They'll drop to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Smith catches left side. Well, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
And this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18.
Now they'll shift things around.
70 Ranger, 70
First
Ranger.
and 10 at the 18-yard
60
line.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hey. Cowboy 80, Cub 19, Cub 19, Warrior 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Dolphins 42. Jets 30.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart, pass by.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Evades him at the 20. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's 2nd and 8. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now
the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And now here's another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Dragon 60. Let's go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go, here we go. Pass, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Let's go.
A gain of 26 yards. That's
19
good for
right.
Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
A gain of 43 yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle to Evans.
Second down and 3.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game. Has been a frustrating one for you.
Let's see if they go back to base.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us, broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up, when it's half time she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little. What's your run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and made up. Yeah, made up. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought the May busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody